What's up, guys? Blitz here today, bringing you an exciting video. First things first, shout out to Square Enix. Thank you guys for supplying us with an early access code to play Stranger of Paradise. I'm gonna have a ton of fun making guides for this game, just like this one, which is a very important one. I think a lot of people need to see. First things first, also, shout outs to Gamers Bordello, aka Lil Bat, for bringing this to my attention, because affinity bonuses, when it comes to gear and what you're wearing in this game, make a massive difference and are the key to really unlocking true raw damage and this game's full potential. And I'm gonna explain it in a little bit, so bear with me. So in Stranger of Paradise, there are many jobs to choose from, and you'll see very often when you go through and you get certain gear, specific gear will have different job affinities. My main class right now is Dragoon, and for those that have been playing the game, you'll see that when you go through job trees, there are base passive affinities you can actually apply with the job. It's very easy. You see them straightforward right here. In every tree, it has this. It pertains specifically to the job. You'll see the icon of the job, like this one has a Dragoon head, and it has an arrow pointing up, insinuating that the affinity is going up. So you get 10%. 15%, we're at 25 already, another 25. So you get about 50, I want to say, from the advanced jobs. What they do is, and I'll show you right here because I didn't really realize what exactly they did, and they do quite a lot of different things. If you come into this menu and you press square, you'll see it says show affinity bonus. This right here lets you see what percentage of affinity you need to unlock a specific buff that can be applied to your character. For example, if you have 20% Dragoon job affinity, you'll get +2 agility. And these make a massive difference. I'm telling you right now, you really need to pay attention to this. 30% is gonna get you Dragoon's Wisdom 2, which is 2+ strength and more agility. 50% will increase your break damage dealt when targeting enemies' weaknesses by 5.9%. You'll see on the top right of this, though, it does say I'm at 114% job affinity, which means that once I get 6% more of Dragoon, I'll be able to get this one, which allows me to increase break damage dealt when targeting enemies' weaknesses by 9.8%. As of right now, I don't have any gear that will let me go up to 120%. because I need to farm more gear. So it technically is a waste to go and put more points that I have into Dragoon, because currently the highest I can have at this moment is 80% because I'm still missing 6% and I don't have any other gear to apply it towards that. And you'll see, depending on what else you have equipped, for example, I'm a monk, I have 30% off rip thanks to the monk tree and going all the way through that. So it gives me +2 agility from the first 20%. Now here is the cool part. Depending on what type of gear you put on, you don't have to be in that specific class in order to get those bonuses. I'm gonna show you guys real quick here. I'm gonna take this Dragoon stuff off because it's not really benefiting me in any way. And we can actually equip other gear that has affinities for jobs that we don't even have equipped currently and still get those bonuses. I'm gonna show you right here. Sword Fighter, right? We'll take some bonuses for Sword Fighter. Put 14%. So now if you press square, you'll see that Sword Fighter has been added to our passives that we're getting. The first level would be HP +25, but guess what? We're at 14%. That's all we have currently. We need more in order to get to that 20, which we can do. We'll take the Twilight Trousers and we'll find another Sword Fighter gear, right? We'll go with the Banded Hose. Click on this, and now it says right here, Sword Fighter affinity has reached 20%. Effects acquired, Sword Fighter's Wisdom 1, which is amazing. So now you'll see, if I go back out here, now you can see I have the first part, which is +25 HP. Now, I'm not saying Sword Fighter is the best and you should be going for this. It's just an example I'm giving. If you look on the top right, it says +75 total. So I have extra +75 going towards my HP overall, which it doesn't really seem like much, but trust me, as you go down these trees, it expands a lot more and it will make this gameplay dramatically different, guys. I cannot explain to you enough. So like if you go all the way down here, once we get to the point in the game, late game, whenever, we are able to get over 200+ percentages of affinity. You can do things like Sword Master, enables the use of all weapon abilities for this particular sword. You get that for Sword Fighter. Same goes for these as well. And, you know, Sword Fighter is a base class, so we'll actually go towards something. So remember how I was looking at Dragoon? Look at that. I removed so much Dragoon gear. I removed 2 pieces, and we still have the Dragoon's Wisdom. And here's another thing. I'm a Dragoon and a Monk, but I have Pugilist stuff. This is not the Monk icon. The Monk icon is the fist. This is a Monk icon. I have Pugilist stuff because if you go through Pugilist, you do get some pretty cool bonuses that also work really well with Dragoon. Dragoon's main stats that benefit it are agility and strength. I'll put some Pugilist gear on, get +2 agility here, +2 strength and agility. And if I could find a way to get another 10%, I could get this as well. Increase strike break damage dealt by 5.9%. Now we're at 52%. We're 2% over, but we just got to it. But we still have Sword Fighter on here. However, we're not, it's kind of a waste because we're not even at 20%. You need, the minimum is 20% you need to be at. If you have, you know, a job fully mastered, off rip, you're gonna get 50%, so you have the full trees. So you see right here with Monk, currently I'm at 30% with it. And remember, we're still very early game here, so the job affinity percentages are very low compared to what they're gonna be in end game. However, if you're at a position right now, and this is the interesting part, if you're in a position right now where you're only getting 14% for one thing and you kind of don't want to waste it, what also the job affinity does, if you have percentage of a job affinity equipped, you also gain levels towards that job while not even having that job equipped. See, I am a Monk and I am a Dragoon, but I will still gain levels towards Sword Fighter if I fight with this gear equipped. The same thing goes towards this one here. Like if I put this one on, Swordsman is going to get levels as well. If I put this on, Pugilist will level up, which is pointless because I already have it maxed out. Lancer, Dragoon, that's just what job affinity does. So if you don't have enough percent to get a stat bonus, you can still equip something that you do want to level up in the background. So this way you can get points towards it. That's one thing to keep in mind. If you look at this, I actually have a level 24 thing I could put on, but I'm getting no job affinities for it. So I'm losing out on really good stats. And the only benefit I'm getting is 8 more defense. I'm going to be going from 23 defense to 31. The big differences too are those percentages. I'll be getting plus 1.4% magic resistance, plus 2.6% status ailment resistance, and water resistance as well. But we're going to be losing out on 2 strength, 2 agility, 2 physical attack, 1 physical defense, and magic defense because we're losing affinity by putting this on. So just to let you guys just to reiterate, higher level gear doesn't always mean it's the best decision or best route to go. You want to go with something that's going to have job affinity to benefit your stats overall and make you hit harder. Because Little Bat brought it up to me that when he would put on new gear, enemies and bosses he was fighting weren't taking as much damage as they were prior. And he didn't know why, but it wasn't until he really looked into the job affinity stuff that it started to make a lot more sense. And that makes more sense to me now. And not only does this benefit Jack, if you are playing with party members, this also works for them as well. Like look at Neon right here. She has the red mage job, but look at all these different things she currently has that are kind of being wasted in a lot of ways. Like she's at 19% with night shit right now, and it doesn't benefit her in any way across all of these. It's kind of wasting. It's kind of wasting it. I'm not gonna lie. But you can actually customize this to make your NPC teammates hit harder and do more damage and get stats that are more beneficial towards the jobs that they're trying to go towards. It's gonna take some time to go through and customize it properly. Or if you don't care about any of that, you could just optimize for equipment and just be a total badass, dodging and doing shit. But if you want to deal more damage and maximize your damage output, this is something that you need to pay attention to. And don't worry, I'll make a more streamlined, successful guide on it once we get a little bit more further in the game and get more better equipment, because right now we're still early and the gear sucks. You also want to pay attention too, because certain gear kind of prevents you from equipping other things. Like this chest piece that I have on right now actually has a helmet on it. If you look at the icons on the left, it tells you, like this one right here will also give you a helmet on top of a chest, but sometimes that can actually hurt your character's like damage output depending on what type of build you're going for. If you go into your system settings, this is very important. I highly recommend you guys do this. But optimize equipment, should be set for selected characters battle sets. You don't want it to be for all allies because it's going to mess up the way your gear is for everybody, and then it's going to take forever to fix and go back to it. In actuality, the setting that you want to have set for the gear is to make sure you have item pickup to 1 star. If you have it on all items, it'll pick up like common shit. And common stuff does have the chance to have affinity bonuses, but it's not much. It's like 3%, 2%. It's not really something you want. So 1 star is a good balance because you'll pick up green, gold, and purple stuff, and even better stuff as the game goes on. So now you're probably looking at this like, okay, what if I accidentally go in and I press optimize and I mess up my entire build? Well, there is a way to make sure that you don't fuck that shit up. So what you can actually do, and shout outs to Gamers Bordello again, he showcased this to me. You can go into change preset, and what this allows you to do is actually save loadouts for gear battle sets. How insane is that? They really went ahead and thought about it, and look how many different battle sets you can have. Different presets, bro. You can have up to 100. There's no way you're going to utilize 100, I don't think. Maybe. I might regret saying that. I have no idea. But you can set 100 presets for builds. So you see, this is what I currently have on right now. You can go inside of here, save the battle set to it, and click yes. So now you see right here, my gear has been saved for both Jack and the rest, well, all of the party members too. So like, let's say now if we fuck up and we go inside of here and we press optimize, and it completely changes up everything. Did you see it? Like, it put on so much gear that I lost so many. I lost a lot of affinities. These are the best, like, you know, level gears and defensive wise. But I lost a lot of, I don't even have anything I'm not getting anything for Pugilist and Ronin. So I lost a lot of stats by doing this. Let's go back and actually put the preset on. So now you can go here, click on it, press X on it, and it says overwrite battle set with preset 1. Yes, you want to do that. You want to equip your preset 1. So we do that. Apply presets, command ability settings to the battle set. I didn't get that before, but I'm going to say yes. So now we go back in here, and it says I have plus 50 HP, and I have plus 8 strength and plus 16 agility. So now I'm gonna optimize again and show you how much we lose those stats. Like, this is what we had, right? I can't change it well in here, but I'll show you. So we went from plus 50, plus 8, plus 16 to plus 50, plus 6, and plus 12. And it's only gonna get exponentially higher with the better gear that you get and the more that you play. One thing, guys, when you do have a lot of gear, you're gonna have a lot of like common basic shit. You don't want it. They don't really give you much of anything good. It's all just like percentages of like bonus ability damage and all that stuff. It's not really stuff that's going to make a big difference compared to affinity bonuses. So what you can do is actually dismantle the gear. Do that by going to the smithy. When you come back to this menu here where you can select what level you want to go to, you can press start and go to Cornelia and the smithy. And from here, you can actually dismantle gear. Basically, you don't have an option to sell them, but this is the next best thing. You get to break it down. So what you can do is filter it. It's filtered by 1 star. And you can't do job affinities. Let's just do no job affinities. So 1 star, no job affinities. And you see right here, you have actually all the stuff here listed, like all the weapons. But this is ideally how you free up space inside of your bag, which you're going to be doing quite often. So now I have 211 total items. Probably more and stuff that I could get rid of. I was only looking at all the level 1 rarity stuff. But that is how you free up bag space as well, which you're going to be doing a lot of because, like I said, job affinity is very, very important to this game. And the final most important percent when it comes to Stranger of Paradise and just overall enhancing how you play this game, guys. If you look right here, you'll see that only 23% of people who watch and love these videos are currently subscribed. Guys, Stranger of Paradise is out now. Early access for people who pre-ordered digitally on consoles. And it will be out on PC early on Thursday. If not, the game drops on Friday, so you'll be able to play it then. Again, shout outs to Square Enix for supplying your boy with the code, but please do me a solid and hit that subscribe button because I'm going to be bringing all kinds of crazy important guides for you all to enjoy, love, master, and help you just clap this game's and Chaos's cheeks. You don't want to be anywhere else, so make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell to help support the channel. It goes a long way. It's totally free, and it really can't stress enough how badly your boy want to hit 100,000 subscribers. Okay, I believe that covered everything in regards to job affinity. Like I said, guys, this is a very important thing to monitor and look into. It will change the way your character plays functions and how you enjoy it. I'm serious. Like, you need to be looking at job affinities, finding out which percentages best support your playstyle, and of course, go even further beyond. I can't wait to see what it's like when we get to 250% because they're going to be endgame dungeons and bonus side content and all that good stuff that'll hold us over for when we get to it in Stranger of Paradise, because there's a lot of shit coming. And there's probably going to even be more gear accessible from like co-op events and whatnot. And that wraps it up for this video, guys. Final Fantasy Origin Stranger of Paradise is out now digitally for consoles and out Thursday early digitally for PC, and if not, comes out Friday. So feel free to check it out, guys, and have some fun playing this with me, because I'll be playing it co-op a lot with other content creators like Night Sky Prince, Legions, Baby Seal, Fish Fried Cat, many others as well, because it's a 3-player co-op game. If you don't know how to do co-op, I made a video about that, so feel free to go check that out. Co-op in this game is like friggin' Diablo. It's insane. It's a non-stop action button mashing contest, and it's fucking amazing. You can't go wrong with it. I can't stress enough, guys, you're gonna really enjoy this game a lot more by just making your character OP. And I'll be with you every step of the way to make sure that all that goodies is covered in the best way possible. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy videos are coming your way, and you don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.